Well, welcome back to the series that is my old bay liner. We've had some requests on, Kurt, are you going to work on your boat this year or what? And I've been doing a little bit here and there. It was hard to get back motivated. As you can see, we have a new cover. We got a nice new thick heavy duty cover. The old one I got was from Walmart and it was very thin. If you know like the thickness ratings, that one from Walmart was rated at 50. This one's 1200 is their thickness. And this cover's been awesome. I made a new support system for it. I guess I'll show you that real quick. We went with 1.5 inch PVC this time. And I got some deck boards that I cut and made these little pedestals for it. There's 4 of them. There's one up on the bow as well. So that's awesome. The floor, not too much have changed since you see it. I think the last video I posted, it was me laying down the first layer of fiberglass, the 1708 fiberglass. And since then, I've put 2 more layers on. And this is what it looks like. It was pretty satisfying cutting the fiberglass out from that hole. I did that the other night and got around the engine cover here as well. Speaking of the engine cover, the doghouse, I rebuilt that. The lighting in here is gonna suck, but there it is. There's the old doghouse. Completely rebuilt it out of 1/2 inch marine grade plywood and stainless staples. These are the pieces I got off the original doghouse. This is just I need to rebuild this cushion here because it's got a little bit of rot on it. But I'll just set it up there for the meantime. This is the cover that goes on this. I'm gonna have to remake that. But the bottom part of the doghouse was covered in carpet, just like these panels that I need to rebuild as well. So we're getting there. We are getting there. I still gotta coat these with a few more coats of the resin, and then we're gonna paint the bottom, cover that with the vinyl, redo the pillow and the panels. The other night I was out here, I did a whole bunch of sanding on all my rough edges, all my corners, so there's just cakes of dust everywhere. So today we're gonna vacuum that all out, clean it all up with acetone, and then we're gonna do some fairing. Here's the fairing compound that I bought. It's an epoxy fairing compound. You mix A with B equal parts, creates a paste, you rub it all on. Well, I'm probably gonna be using a Bondo spreader and spread it out. It works, I guess, like bonding. I've never done it before, but it seems pretty simple. We're gonna use it just to fair out, to smooth out all of our imperfections. And that's what I'll be doing today. So once I get the boat cleaned up, we'll mix this stuff up and we'll do some fairing. All right, we got the boat all cleaned up. We're mixing up our fairing compound. We have yellow and blue. We mix equal parts. This is B, that's the hardener. So, oh, there's some film on top of it. Okay, didn't see that coming. All right, we got the boat all prepped up. And here's our fairing compound. You mix the yellow with the blue, make a green, and you spread it on. So this is part A, equal parts, so I guess it's about. We'll go with that much of part A. Already making a mess. And a scoop of the hardener. I think we got a little bit more hardener than this, so we're gonna go back to this. Get some more of that. That looks about right to me. Alrighty, close up my lids, and now we're just gonna mix this up till it turns green. I know the lighting down here kind of sucks, but trying to stay inside. Yeah, this is gonna make a mess. I'll be back when it's all green. Well, there you go. It is now all green. We made it look like baby poop, so it is ready. We're gonna go spread it on the floor of the boat. See you in the boat. All right, well, we're under the cover because it's kind of sunny today. I got my fan just in case I get hot. Definitely gonna be turning that on. But this is what we're doing today. That looks like way too much on there, but like where all the fiberglass seams came together. Just gonna put this on here and spread it in. You see it filling in all those little imperfections right there. So now I don't have any divots. All the high parts we already went over, but obviously it doesn't need to look perfect. It's the floor of a boat, a very old boat. But we're just smoothing out some of the imperfections here. That's all we're doing with this. I'm not sure what the working time is on this stuff, but once it dries up, I will be sanding it all down smooth. But this is what I'm going to be doing for a while now. Apparently this stuff sands very well. It sands way better than if you're just doing like thickened resin to fill in these little imperfections. So that's why we got the fairing compound. Definitely doesn't need to look perfect, but we've gone this far. Might as well fair it out, make it look as nice as we can. Get some up here in this little area. Smooth that out. Pretty interesting so far. I'm just caking it on and swiping off the excess. So I'm fine to just cake it up and then run it down there, smooth out your area. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. Whole lot of fun. Pretty neat stuff. I mean, I've never done Bondo work, but that's pretty much exactly what it feels like I'm doing. Learn another trick of the trade, I guess. We're gonna need some more baby poop soon. Yeah, it works well for that crease there. No, I broke my thingy. That's okay. Alright, need some more baby poop. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. I'm all out of my green baby poop, so I'm going to go make another batch of baby poop and finish spreading it out all over the boat. This stuff is a mess, and I've been getting it on my camera, so I'm not going to film anymore. We will see you when I'm done spreading the baby poop. Well, it's been a little while. This process didn't take that long, about 20 minutes or so, but I was doing some other things and I let this harden up. It's all cured. We're all in the shade now, so I can keep the cover off. I was mainly just worried about getting my seams where my fiberglass met up, and now I gotta sand it all down to see if I even, you know, covered what I wanted to cover. But it's hard. I mean, it's epoxy, so it only took, I think, an hour or two maybe to get hard. That didn't sound right. So now I'm gonna sand this down and see where I have to touch up, because I can definitely see some spots that haven't fared the way I wanted them to. So let's sand it out. I actually had one of my batches left over, so I did a little fairing on the doghouse here as well. The little part of fiberglass I had to put over top of this. Now I had to do that because this was covered in carpet originally, so like these gaps here around their plastic corner pieces, you know, it was just covered in carpet, but I'm painting over it, so I had to fill that in, so that's why I just fiberglassed that there. But I'm just going to coat that in resin. It should be fine. I don't need to fiberglass that. If I hold the camera just right, you can kind of see the little divot I was trying to fill in. So I'm going to start with 220 grit. We have some 80 and some 60 too, if I need to. I don't know how hard this stuff is going to be to sand. It says it sands easy, but we'll see. So we're just trying to sand off the top of it to make everything more level. Like I said earlier, at least I think I said earlier, it doesn't need to be perfect because I'm going to be covering this in like a tread paint, so it's going to be rough anyway. But I just wanted to get rid of this, at least the seam parts where you see the seams come together on the fiberglass. So, alright, the 220, we'll stick with the 220 for now. I'll see you back when I'm done. Ugh. Got stuff in my eye. Need eye protection too. Fun stuff. So tired of wearing this respirator. You have no idea. So the 220 ended up stepping up to 80 grit. Use the DA. A belt sander probably would be better for fairing if you're doing it, but the DA worked fine for the big stuff. And then I used my hands for sanding the rest of it. And I think it turned out pretty decent for my first time doing this. There's a couple areas that I want to go back and this seam here, still feel a little bit of a bow there, so I want to put another strip across there. But I mean, it did its job. My seams are nice and smooth now, at least. This stuff does sand well. it says it's easy to sand, and well, with the 80 grit, it was very easy to sand. So way easier than if you're just using like thickened epoxy to do your fairing. So fairing compound, win-win. It's about to rain and I gotta go feed my kids. Before we do that, let me show you a couple other things before we go. Here's my hatch, that's what goes in the hole in the floor. Here's the original one that's carpeted. And I made one already, but the problem is this is only 1/2 inch and it sort of doesn't fill up this void, because with this, with everything, with the carpet and their bottom layer, whatever, it ends up being 3/4 of an inch. So with that and with my panels, these are the panels I need to redo. With that and this, since I'm out of the plywood, I just went to Home Depot and bought a 1/4 inch piece of PVC paneling. This is the same stuff I did the deck on my John boat with. Now this has been 2 years old and it's been rock solid. Absolutely love this stuff. So we're gonna use this to redo the panels and my hatch. And I doubt there'll be a video of that, just because it's, you know, me tracing out the panels and cutting out the PVC board and putting it all back together. But at least round one of the fairing is done. I gotta now clean this mess up and we'll patch up the couple little pieces, or I should say the few strips that I want to redo. And then I will see you guys next time, where hopefully I'll get all this done and we'll lay down the primer. I cannot wait to do that. So this is all one color. It'll definitely be nice to get to that point. It's been a heck of a process. Probably coming up on a year now. Well, I started in the fall, it's now the spring, but originally started this project probably about a year ago or so. But thank you guys for watching. Until next time, God bless.